To join or host a Zoom call on a Chromebook, you will need the free Zoom app installed. You can go to the Chrome Web Store, search for Zoom, narrow to Apps to find and install it. If you invite someone to a Zoom meeting who doesn't already have the Zoom app, they will be prompted to quickly install it when they click your meeting link. Once you have the Zoom app installed, you can go to zoom.us to launch it, or you can find it in your Chromebook's apps launcher. Click the Sign In tab to sign in with your account credentials. I'll use the Sign In with Google option. If you want to launch a meeting right now, choose Start with Video if you plan to use your webcam. If you want to schedule a meeting ahead of time instead of launching one right now, close this app and go to the online Zoom interface at zoom.us and click Sign In. Click on My Account, choose the Meetings tab, and select Schedule a Meeting. Enter the meeting date, time, and other information. I'm using a district account, so some of these settings, like requiring a meeting password, are options that I cannot change, but I can adjust the password itself. Choose Save to finish. Here is my invite link. Choose Copy Invitation to pull up all the information you will need to share with anyone you want to join your meeting. This can be posted in an online classroom or sent to anyone via email. You can always come back to this Meetings tab to view your information, start your meeting, or schedule a new one. If you would like to use a permanent link repeatedly, say for office hours, you can set up a personal meeting room. This is not an option if you're using free Zoom. Your personal meeting room is a virtual room that is permanently reserved for you. Click on your profile, and next to Personal Meeting ID, choose Edit. Enter a 10-digit ID and save your changes. Your personal meeting link can be used to start a meeting at any time. You can share it once for recurring things like office hours, so participants don't have multiple different links to keep track of. However, your personal meeting room is only open when you are in it. If participants click on the link when you're not in your room, they will get a message that says to please wait until the host starts the meeting. To start any of your meetings, go to your Meetings tab, click Start next to any scheduled meeting, or use the Personal Meeting Room tab and choose Start Meeting. There are limitations when hosting or joining Zoom on a Chromebook as compared to a PC or Mac. First, you can't record the meeting directly to your computer or Chromebook unless you're using a paid Zoom account and if that account has enabled cloud recording. My district has not, so I do not even have an option to record. If I really need to record my meeting, I will make sure to host it on a PC or Mac so that I can save that recording locally. The other tools are fairly similar. You click the microphone and video icons to turn on and off your mic and webcam. The security icon lets you turn on and off permissions for participants, enable or disable a waiting room, and lock your meeting so that no one else can join it. If you have the waiting room enabled, all participants will enter the meeting and will wait there until you admit them. You'll get a notification like this that someone has entered the waiting room. You can choose to admit them or click here to view everyone in the waiting room. You can admit members one by one, or if you have more than one person in your waiting room, you will see an Admit All button. The waiting room is one way to prevent unwanted participants from Zoom bombing your meeting. The Manage Participants icon lets you manage active participants. You can mute them or their webcams. You can promote a participant to co-host, or you can even remove someone. If you configured your Zoom default settings not to allow removed members to re-enter, which is fairly typical, then anyone you remove from your meeting will not be able to rejoin it. The chat window allows you to message everyone in your meeting or just an individual. And the Share button lets you share your entire desktop or just one application. If hosting your meeting on a Chromebook, you will not see the whiteboard or annotation options under Screen Share. You can only share what's on your screen itself, and that could include something like a web-based whiteboard app like this one from Explain Everything, but the native Zoom whiteboard is not an option because I am hosting on a Chromebook. Click Stop Share to stop sharing your screen and to return to the typical Zoom room view. There are different ways you can configure the appearance of your room. Speaker view shows the active speaker in the center of the screen and your thumbnail and the other participant thumbnails along the side of the top. Gallery view lets you see thumbnail displays of participants in a grid pattern, which will expand and contract as participants join and leave your meeting. When you're all done, choose End Meeting. If you end the meeting for all or leave without assigning a new host, the meeting room will be closed for everyone. In addition to not having whiteboard or native recording, users currently cannot also set virtual backgrounds for themselves on a Chromebook. Perhaps some of these features will be added soon, but for now, Zoom on a Chromebook has all of the core features to make your online meeting successful.